Yo, what's up guys? My name is MTX. Welcome back to another video here on GaGe. Now today's video is a pretty special one. It is actually the long-awaited GaGe RC coming to you guys right now. And if you guys want to join GaGe, make sure you watch till the end of this video. Now before the video actually starts, I'm going to put some timestamps as well as our Twitters on the screen right now. And the Twitters are actually me and the other leader as well as the two managers that we do have here at GaGe. Now if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and DM any of us and we can definitely help you and get your issue sorted, as well as anything you're curious about. If you have a question, make sure to DM us. Don't be afraid to DM us, man. We're not going to hate you if you ask us a really weird question. We'll probably try to answer it as much as we possibly can. So yeah, man, let's just hop straight into the video. And the first role we actually have here in the video is content creators. So if you're a content creator, make sure you listen up. And the first thing we actually have here is 720p 60 fps quality minimum. So every single piece of content you actually make has to be 720p and 60 frames per second. If it's not that, it's not going to qualify for the GaGe RC. Now the second requirement we have is consistency. Consistency is very important for us. We really like consistent people because they show that they have a pattern of doing really well consistently, and consistency is just something we look for all around and in general, so make sure you have consistency. Now the next thing we're looking for is a good mic, a clear voice, and good audio. Now we're going to need you guys to have a mic. We're going to need you guys to talk in your video because it's not really content creation if it's just pure gameplay. And it is, but it's not. That's not what we're looking for here at GaGe. So the next thing we actually have here is informative content on the new COD and the new COD news. So what I mean by this is, say the next Call of Duty is Modern Warfare 4. As soon as we get leaks on it, we're going to ask you guys to make a certain type of video, and I want you guys to go ahead and make that video. If you're in the team, that is. This is just an example. And you're going to make that video about, say, the new specialists or something new coming to the game. You can also do this on current Call of Duties, like, say, World War II has a new update, or Black Ops 4, I should say. And you can make an update video on that, and we could use your video. Now, the next thing I actually have is tweet us when you're live and use GaGe RC. Now, I actually did do a spelling mistake there. I meant tweet us with your gameplays or your videos, sorry. But yeah, if you're live, make sure to tweet us too. Maybe you can classify as streamers. We do have some people that are content creators and streamers. But yeah, I did mean tweet us your videos. Now the next thing we actually do have for you here is pub stompers. Now the same thing applies with pub stompers. You're going to need 720p 60 fps quality minimum, and that's pretty standard for every role in this video. But yeah, 720p 60 fps standard for most roles. And so the next thing is gameplays in a timely manner. So we want to be seeing you guys uploading consistently as well. We want to be seeing you guys at least uploading 1 to 2 videos a week, and that's a pretty bare minimum. But you know, the more you upload in a timely manner, make sure you don't just spam out gameplays and videos, but the more you upload, the better. Now the next thing is actually pretty much our standards for what we're looking for when it comes to gameplays. We're going to be looking for double nukes, fast nukes, and unique nukes. Now there's a lot more than this. There's a lot you can expand into when it comes to pub stompers, but we have some pretty decent standards here that you can look at, and you can get an example here. For double nukes, obviously that's just 2 nukes in one game. It's going to depend on the game mode. Same with fast nukes, and same with unique nukes. Now if you don't know what a unique nuke is, what we're classifying it as is like, say, a pistol nuke or a combat knife nuke, and that's the type of unique nuke I'm talking about. Now the next thing is high gun streaks. So you're going to want to be able to drop 40 plus gun streaks in team deathmatch. We're not 100% set on this. It's just a boundary. All of this is really just boundaries. We're really going to want you guys at least 30 to 40 plus gun streaks in team deathmatch and 70 plus in objective. I'm pretty sure 70 plus in objective is pretty easy if you're playing domination or something like that. Now the next thing is tweet us your gameplays and use hashtag GaGe RC. So that's pretty simple. All you're going to do is tweet us your gameplays, and when you tweet us, just have hashtag GaGe RC in the tweet. The next role we actually have for you guys here at GaGe is commentators. Now this is pretty basic. If you're a decent commentator, you should be able to nail this down pretty easily. So the first thing we're going to be looking for is having a good mic. Now the next thing is clear voice. Now that's pretty obvious. You just don't want to be, you know, choking in the middle of your commentary by coughing or by burping or something like that. You just want it to be a clear, nice, just your voice, and you don't want to be stuttering. Now I know stuttering is something that a lot of people do, and if you're going to do that, you want to move on to cut comms, which is also another role, as you can see there, and another requirement rather. And so that is what most people do, is cut commentaries. So if you want to do that and you want to go ahead and do that, we're not going to be editing your commentary. We just want you to edit the commentary, cut it up, and then send it to us. Now the next thing is good audio. This is pretty basic. You just want to be clear, you want to have a good mic, and you want to have good audio. Now the next thing is make a commentary on why you should join. Now, this is pretty basic. Not a lot of people are going to want to do this, and that's fine, but this is pretty important if you want to join. It's going to give you a nice head start from everybody else, and we're definitely going to see you if you do this, and it's going to give you a pretty good advantage to joining the team. Now the next thing is being active on YouTube and Twitter. This is pretty obvious. We want you guys to be able to get us commentaries within a timely manner as well. With GaGe, what we do is we get the gameplay and then we need a commentary within a day to 3 days. Anyways, the next step is tweeting us and use hashtag GaGeRC. Now what you're going to want to do is tweet us with the GaGeRC hashtag in the tweet, and you're going to be tweeting us the commentary on why you should join if you decided to do that, and other commentaries you've done in the past. Now, the next role here at GaGe is streamers. Now, what you're going to be doing for streamers, pretty basic, man. All of these roles are really basic if you know what you're doing and you've been doing it for at least a couple months, and you should be able to nail it down from experience. So this is just 720p 60 fps quality minimum. Now the next thing we're going to be looking at is the willingness to stream on our Twitch and our YouTube. If you're going to join and you're not going to be able to do that, I'm sorry, but we're going to have to let you go, because there's no point in having a streamer who can't help our team. Now the next thing is enjoyable to watch. Now when I mean enjoyable to watch, I don't want you sitting there and talking like this. You got to have some inflection in your voice, and you got to be, excited, and you got to be you got to like to stream, because if you like to stream, then you'll be a lot more excited, you'll be a lot more happy, and you'll be uplifting, and it'll be a lot better. And that's what we look for here at GaGe. Now the next thing is to be interactive with your chat. Being interactive with your chat is pretty easy, man. All you got to do is just read the chat. Now the next thing is tweet us when you're live and use hashtag GaGeRC in the tweet. And this is pretty obvious. You just tweet us and we'll be able to tune into your stream. The next thing is being decently good at the game. This is pretty given, because nobody really wants to watch a streamer who is always 3 and 46. But if you're pretty decent at the game and you can maintain a 1.2-ish KD on whatever Call of Duty, then I'd say you are perfect. And now the last role we actually have here for you guys at GaGe is designers. High quality design. And now what you want to do for this is proper dimensions. So for a thumbnail, we'll do 1920 by 1080. For an AVI, I like to do 1000 by 1000. For headers, I like to do 3000 by 1000, and so on and so forth. You can literally just Google the dimensions if you don't know. And now the next thing is actually any designs. We're going to be accepting any single designer into this team. So if you make headers only, you make only AVIs, you make only thumbnails, stream overlays, we will always consider you. Now the next thing is always remember quality over quantity. You don't want to be pushing out so many designs in a day. You want to be pushing out only your best work. The next thing is making us or a member a design is going to significantly up your chances. Now when I mean us, I mean the team Twitters. We have a GaGe Creative and we have the main GaGe Twitter. So if you make us a design on there, it'll greatly and significantly increase your chances, as well as making any GaGe member a design. Now the last thing is tweeting us your designs and use hashtag GaGeRC in the tweet. So yeah, man, that's all I really have to say, guys. I hope you did enjoy the RC, and I hope you guys get grinding, man, because this is going to be amazing. We're going to look to pick up at least 10 people, and well, that's a maximum, actually. I shouldn't say at least. I'd say 3 to 10 people is a good amount.